Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We're going to start with City Lips. I am not finished my base face, even though you're like, girl, you looking good. I'll tell you what I have on. We used a lot of, and we are going to put more. So we have on Milk Primer, Fenty Foundation, of course, Fenty Brows, City Beauty Eye Cream, and we went into, again, the HD Face Essentials palette from Makeup Forever. This one is Harmony 3, which is tan to deep. And y'all told me I ain't tan anyway, but I know it's based on whoever's perspective of color. So what we did, we mixed these two shades here for this area. And then, yeah, my palette is looking a little bit crazy. So you see all these different colors that's on here. That's the one for under the nose, blush, highlighter. Yeah, highlighter was over here. And then contour. So I'm gonna show you in this what it is. So these two for under here, and I use this blush here for back here, and I use this blush for this part right here. And I used, which one did I use? I used this one here for a highlight, and I use this for contour. And y'all, and you going back to using this, I realized how much I love it, because this really is like face essentials. You can do the, I did the whole face with this, and I did powder down with the Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny powder, of course. The palette we're going to be using for the look in this video is the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, or Yucca palette. This is a refresh one. This is my second time having this one. Her palettes do tend to turn for me in about 3 years or so, and so this is a new one, and I'm excited for that. We're going to finish the face. As I said, we did put on Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder and Truly Tawny. We're going to use this today that we had used before. This is medium dark to dark. What complexion am I? And so we're not going to use any of the House Labs. And I did pull out some, and I said, you know what? Let's just kind of stay simple, because I already have some color going on. So we're going to just amp up the contour. Do we really? I do wish that there was a darker shade other than this one for blush, and maybe this one could have been here and this one could have been darker. I'm sure I must have tried this one, but in person it's very cool tone, kind of ashy looking, so I don't use that on myself anyway. So actually, yeah, we're still going to take this shade, and we're going to just do a line right there. And we are just pressing twice to do a line right there. And then we're going to blend upward. And whew, that just amped it up. Ooh. And I was thinking, I'll come back another day and do my face with the wrong one, with the Makeup Forever one again, just in case you are interested in those palettes. Because if you like to travel and you like to do your entire face, you can do all of that. All you would need is your primer. And you can use this for foundation and everything else on your face, and then just powder down or just spray your face or whatever. But I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. And so I am glad that I went back to it. So now we're going to take this brush and we're going to go into this shade. This first shade that we use is shadowy. This one is warm light. And we're just going to pop this on the cheek. But yeah, I really do wish it was another blush in here. One a little bit darker than this one, because y'all know I like having a gradient, but still it's like not too much. It's just, and this is why I do usually use this as a base, and then I put the House Labs on top of it. But for days when just something quick and easy, this will do it. And it is pretty. It's subtle and it's pretty, and subtle can be good, especially if you're starting out with makeup, because it's hard to overdo it when the shadows are not, well, the products are not really pigmented. Now the Makeup Forever ones though, those cream products, you do need a light hand with those. And I use this brush. This brush is good for that too. The Real Techniques 200 brush, which I also use for foundation. And so that works really well for this too, very lightly. We're going to take this brush and go into soft focus. And so the base face is just going to be basic today. And sometimes basic is okay. Depends on how you're feeling. And really, I'm just rushing because my rice is cooking. I'm having chili for dinner, and I'm hungry. Picked up first cousin and her daughter's second cousin, cheerleader, from the airport today, and I'm hungry. And so they're on their way home because she had left her vehicle here. So that is it, y'all. That's it. I do want to put on an hourglass spray. I mean, not spray, an hourglass powder. But part of me is like, just leave it. So we're going to spray with the Scandinavia makeup finishing spray. And I know I said one day I'm going to do the TX thing that they say to do. Ew, I opened my mouth too soon. So we're going to get into this look. And I'm excited. I haven't used this one for a while. And so, yes, I am excited to do that. So as we prime the eye, we're going to do the intro. I do have brushes laid out. Hopefully it's enough for what we're going to do. And Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, of course. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy. Knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you have to use a certain brand, a certain technique, or a certain tool because that's what they're telling you in the video you're watching. I'm here to tell you, just wear whatever you want to wear to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what we stand by. That's what the Crazy Troll Nation is. That's our motto. And I hope it resonates with you if you have not heard it before. And if you have heard it before, Groundwork Paint Pot from MAC. If you have heard it before, I hope that it is one of your daily affirmations, just to love yourself for who you are and for how you look. And just being your authentic self. Yep, that's the bottom line to all of that. Two things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. And there's an organism named Bruce that lives right here in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos, and in particularly during live streams. I try to be aware of him to say, excuse me. Sometimes, though, I am not aware. So if you hear something and I don't say excuse me, just know that I was not aware at that time. And it was so bad at one point. I said, I need to just let them know this up front because it was just out of control. Because who does the intro talking about they hiccup, gurgle, and belch? Like, who says that? Me. Yeah, that's how bad it was. And people be like, are you okay? I'm like, I need to put this at the end of the intro because this is just craziness. And so we're going to get into this palette. There's a lot of shopping links and discount codes down below. So feel free to use those and to share those. I did not really look at this. Damn it. I'm going to take this shade, which is bold. And that's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to look to see which ones I didn't use before. I'm going to take Kohlrabi. And this is a Esum V27 brush. Ooh, glad I did that. So we're going to press jaw. 1, 2, 3, tap off. Press. This is what I mean when I say I don't want to work for a shadow. I want it to work for me. And then we're just going to blend it out. Just spread it a little bit. That's what I mean. That is what I mean. We're going to just swipe one time, tap off, put a little bit more here. That is what I mean. I am liking not actually editing videos, just like uploading them straight from my frozen YouTube. I really am. I really am. But it still takes me like an hour, like description box stuff and tagging products, and which is getting easier because you can tag your favorites, and like everything I use is favorites, and so I just go through the list, what did I use, and then just, you know, mark that one. Now we're going to take this shade, that shade, Kohlrabi. Okay, now we're going to take Ray, this shade here, and I just need to remember to like say stuff as far as like the links are down below. because that's stuff that would be popping up over here. That's not popping up over here because I'm not editing the videos. So even though this almost looks like the first shade in person is a tad more bold. And dare I say, this is a metallic and the first shade is a shimmer. But the color-wise, though, they look the same to me. The first one just looks a little bit brighter. That's the word. And I don't think I've done this shade all over the lid before. I think I've only used it like this for inner corner. So this is definitely a different look with this palette for me. I forget what number look this is with this palette. I do have a playlist, Natasha Denona Yucca palette playlist, if you want to see the other looks that I've done with it. The only thing with this type of shade is it does blend into my complexion. And I do have on, as you saw, the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I put the paint pot on top of that. So this is not directly onto my actual skin, but still. It's like where it at. So if you just want something quick, you could just, if you use your fingers for makeup too, just want to do something quick, take a shade like this and just, and you can be done. And do mascara if you want, upper lash line if you want. And so let's see what else that's not going to be over here for me to say. I do have a channel membership. If you click join, it won't join you, it'll show you the perks, and then from there you join if the perks appeal to you, which of course I hope that they do, because we would love to have you. We're trying to grow the official Troll Ken, which is what I call my channel members. I'm looking at this. I think I'm gonna do this one. This is gonna be monochromatic. I don't care though, because it's grungy looking. Or is it though? This is like a soft grunge. This is Citrine, is the name of this shade. Yeah, this is definitely, this would be a good combination if I had to do a gold monochromatic look. The next one I'm doing later this week, which will be, well, today is the 2nd of March, so you'll see this like next week. But the next color I'm doing is a silver look, and it's going to be a graphic look because how much can you do with silver? But this would be good for a gold. And I might be doing a silver look using Natasha Denona Xenon palette and Hungvango Compose Cools, which are the two palettes I use to do the black monochromatic look. So I'm like using the same palette because they both have silvers in them. But I am going to do, something graphic. Put like this weird design like somewhere. So we're blending this up here, even though like it really doesn't need it because that shade does just kind of blend in. So we're gonna go down the line. We're gonna go to Tapu, this shade, and we're gonna put that over here. I know that Janessa and I said we were gonna play with shapes this year, and I keep forgetting to do that. And then like after I do the look, I have thoughts like I could have, did my eyeliner up this way like I used to instead of coming straight out. But then by the time I think about it, it's like the look is literally done. And, I'm taking pictures and I'm like, I'm still doing the same shape. And, when you find something that works that you like, it can just become second nature to do that thing. You know what I mean? Doing this shade right here, I am thinking again, like, is she going to do a midi gloom? And I really think she is, but if I remember correctly from Retro Glam, it did take a couple years, and then she did come out with the midi Retro Glam. And so I'm waiting. I'm confident it'll come. This is a very easy, simple look. This And you know what? I like it because of the colors. Even though it's like they're not there, this would be something easy. Even though it is taking me some time to do it, it would be easy because when you do a monochromatic look, it's hard to mess up because all the colors are going to go together because they're all in the same family. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take... We're going to take this shade here, Camu, for our transition area. This is a Sigma E45. Why did I not know these were sold at Ulta? And we're going to put that up here. Because when I was looking at tags to do, and I'm like, you know what? I did tag the two Real Techniques brushes I use, but I'm like, let me see if the Sigma brushes are in there. And so you put in what the product is, and it shows you like where it's sold and what the commission is if somebody purchases it from your tag. And I'm like, wait a minute, these are at Ulta? I didn't believe it. So I went to the Ulta app on my phone and put in Sigma E45. Yep, it's sold at Ulta. I did not know that. Did y'all know that Sigma brushes were sold at Ulta? And the weird thing is, the Sigma website, I don't think you can buy this brush on its own. When it came out, it was only in different sets. And so I was like, wait a minute, this is not at Ulta. They don't even sell it on its own on the Sigma website. They may now, but last I looked, they didn't, which was a while ago. But, because I remember wanting more, and they didn't have more. It was only in the sets. But, I didn't know. So I'm going to add these in there. So this all just runs together. For lower lash line, we're going to do, am I going to put a pop under my brow? I'm thinking no, believe it or not. Or, and I am making it a point to use shades that I didn't use in the previous look. Let's do lower lash line. I want to take, I'm thinking of taking Makia, but I know we use that one for sure. Plantasia. For under the brow, yeah, let's do that one. This is a Chunky Monkey. Y'all see my face, right? I don't like Chunky Monkeys. And I'm not tapping off. The rice is popping, it's almost done. It's my rice cooker. My 6-cup rice cooker I left when I left the house. I'm like, hubby and his new girlfriend can have that one because I don't need that much rice. This one I think holds either 3 or 4 cups, which is perfect for me. I think 3 cups of rice. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it holds up to 3 cups of rice cooked. And it does come with the measuring little cup thingy. And for each cup of rice is 2 cups of water. And I really like this little rice cooker. Okay, why is it looking blank right here? Yeah, the rice is almost done. So this will be perfect timing. They have the newest Jurassic Park on Netflix. I watched the previous one last night. Well, early this morning because I went to sleep, I think, around 8. I'm going to watch the most recent one tonight while I'm eating dinner. We're going to take, I want to take this one, lower lash line. That'll pop it. And then if I do that, do I want to take a blue? Do I have a teal from Inglot? I don't think so. Because this is a different color blue. This is greenish. This is like a teal if I'm not mistaken. Y'all know I'm not good with describing colors. Or, I don't want to. Let me just get it on and then figure it out, because maybe I'll just do a brown. Y'all like, girl, you don't usually do browns. I know. I do want to take this one though. I remember using this one, Calathea, did we? That looks like a sponge tip mark in there. We're just going to take flax. And we're going to put that second half of lower lash line, because then we're going to take Valley and put on first half of lower lash line. This is a very easy look, and you know what? I don't have any fallout. What shade was that? Flax. I don't have any fallout. Yeah, maybe I'll do brown upper lash line. That rice smells so good. That Par Excellence rice. I don't know if I showed it to y'all before. I get it from BJ's. I'm sure it's sold somewhere else, but where else, I don't know. It's I want to say it's like a Spanish rice. It's a yellow rice, and it like the flavor is built into it. It is so friggin' good. We're gonna take the brush that had. Is this the shade we put up here? Or was it this one? I'm gonna take, I'm putting the brush in near it to see. What? I don't remember saying acacia. I don't. I remember saying tapu. So hopefully that is what it is. And we're just going to put this here because it's the gap between where I put that brown liner line. And so we're just going to fill in this gap right here. Oh, my rice just got done. If y'all heard that little boop, that was the rice cooker letting me know it was done. Now we're going to take Valley, this shade here, and these are the Fenty 220 brushes. I just realized, like just now, that I didn't put shadow on my lower lash line because I'm looking like, why is it not covering up what's down there? Well, why is it covering up what's down there? Y'all, I really didn't realize. I was so excited about the base face with that Makeup Forever palette. And I do have links for websites below as well, so you don't have to go through the link that pops up. And I don't know if it's annoying to people or not, but I do have links down below for brands and for stores like Nordstrom's and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all didn't do interims. What? I want to try something. I had it in my mind to get rid of Amber Stunner because sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. And so I'm really just like, if stuff isn't working, just let it go. I would say full sleeve from MAC, but no, because I did like that line I put under my brow and when I did fill in my brows with it. So that's going to stay. Bananas looks nice on my inner realms. It usually flakes into my eye after it gets put in my eyelashes though. So we're going to see what this looks on the inner realms. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades today for this look. It's basic and I love it. We're going to do brown for upper lash line. I'm not expecting this to show up, and that was a good expectation not to have. And I'm going to see what it looks like in my brows as well, because I can see it down here, but like when I look where you are, I really don't. In person, it will show up because it's sparkly. It's not sparkly, it's shiny. So in person, I do think it will show up, but then let me know if y'all see a difference in my lower lash line with this on, because I'm really on the fence about it. I want to put it in my brows too, because I'm trying to, what I've been doing lately too is thinking of different ways to use what I already have. And one of the things that I talked about when I did my makeup journey video was I learned to give things more of a chance, not just use something once or twice and be like, okay, I'm throwing this away. And I have used this more than once or twice. But I developed that mindset of just keep trying to work with something and use it in different ways. Because in person, this will show up because it's shiny. But if I put this in my brow, we're just going to put it right here. Because this will be a thing that I do. And I do like putting eyeliner pencil in my brow. I do want to leave that like that, but then it looks like there's just this weird gap right there. I don't know. Let's do the whole brow. Because I'm really trying here to really see how I feel about it. Okay. That'll be what this is for. And I did take out my Color Artistry palette for Makeup Forever. And I was thinking I can use that for brows. Because I remember when I used it before for my face, for like a troll play look, I said that'll wear out quick. Those pens are not that deep. And those palettes are expensive. I do get a really nice discount. But I was thinking I can use that for brows. But I would have to set it with the translucent powder, whereas something like this, I don't. And I took it out because there's a silver in it. You know what it is? This is removing the brow pencil over here where there's no hair. And on this side it didn't. Okay, so I don't know about this. So you see how that's a lot lighter? It removed. Why did it not do that on the other side? At least it didn't make it like super dark. Why did... And y'all know I don't want to work for my makeup. I want it to work for me. Like y'all know that. Just how that pop, it was just right there. And yes, I don't know. Because I'm not going to want to go back and do... I'm looking at the brows. I don't know if I'm going to want to go back to fix my brows. You know what I mean? I'm looking how my brows look with this in it. It's not bad. I'm holding on. So we're gonna do upper lash line and do our lip, mascara, and we'll be done. We are just gonna use a brown. I could use it. If I did a green, that would pop it. Pop, 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 pop. But that's kind of typical. I feel like I've been using this color a lot lately. I'm looking at these. Ooh, that might just kind of run together if I did a yellow. No, that's too much to say. Purple? Y'all like, girl, make a decision. Ow, let me close this up tight. Let's do the purple. I feel like I used this recently too. I just don't want to use a green. I do want to use a green, but I'm not going to use a green because I feel like I've been using it a lot lately. And even in my brows, been using it a lot lately. Alright, so this is number 75 Inglot. This is MAC 210 brush. I feel like I used this recently too. And we're going to put this on our upper lash line. And this will kind of blend into the brown because it is a dark shade. Excuse me. I like that. I like it a lot. Thank you to those who, when I ask questions in videos, like you actually do comment and answer. I do appreciate that. Because believe it or not, I do want answers. That's why I do ask questions. And I say it quite often. We are a multitasking bunch. And so I do understand not answering. And also, I know some of you, like myself, watch YouTube on our TVs, which you can't comment from the TV, and then trying to remember to go back and comment sometimes doesn't get remembered. And I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, dang, I haven't commented on one of Grace's videos in a while. I'll be watching on my TV. And the same with KK Bradley. I call her KK Superstar. I'll be watching my TV. So if I'm just sitting here and it's a commercial because I'm watching something on Netflix, I'll be like, oh, let me go on my phone and look at my history and backtrack and leave comments. But I am here, y'all. Meaning here viewing you. I'm going to put a drop of door line in here because this is really dry. So this is the door line from Inglot. I'm not even pushing the thing. I'm just let one drop go in there on its own, and that'll revive it. Oh, that makes it so much easier. Oh gosh, that's a lot. I'm wondering if I want to come up this way, but then I already have a line down here. Oh yeah, this is I'm a little scared. Okay. Yeah, a lot easier because getting this over here was. Wow. Yeah, I was like, this is like really dry. The Inglot liners do dry out quick, like for real, for real. And bring it back and come upward. Oh, that's nice. Just do a little hook right here. Not a hook, but connecting it just a little bit. Does it even look like it's connected? Because there's like a pocket like right here. This side does, this side doesn't. Alright, so that is that. What are we gonna do? Mascara. I was about to forget. And I'm looking like something. This is really just oh man. I really forgot my lower lash line and my inner rims. I can see it. I can see that line on my inner rims. I'm gonna use it at least 2 more times before I decide. And I have used it quite a few times before, so it's not like the first, second, or third time I've used it. And so if I did decide not to keep it, I wouldn't feel like I didn't give it a chance. You know, I'm thinking like, why did I even get that? For inner rims and lower lash line, it being the color that it is, and my complexion being what it is, you know what I mean? Like, why did I do that? Maybe I needed a certain amount to get free shipping or something. Because that is not really a color that I'm like, ooh. Or I thought it was going to show up more bold. That might be it too. And because the price is inexpensive and Ulta always has coupons, that might be why. So it did not cost a lot at all. So that might be why. Just trying, you know, new colors. And also that's one of the Vivid Rich ones too, I believe. Is it? Yes. And so just wanting to see too, was that formula different than the ones that just say retractable eyeliners? I like this mascara. Look at my lashes. It shows up a lot more when I have a lighter eyeshadow look. What are we gonna do for lips? Oh man. I'm gonna put this on. Ooh, this is wow, Red Wine Supernova. All right, this would be nice too, even though it's, no, that's too, like something need to pop somewhere on my face. Rock Biter. This would be nice. We're going to do this one just to have some color. I'm going to put this on. This is from Notoriously Morbid. It's called Red Wine Supernova. 15% off code down below. Code is DionLorah.PhD. Loves is LUVS. And yes, I know that's not my channel name anymore, but that's what it is. I like consistency, and when they started, when YouTube started changing our YouTube name and it was different than our YouTube handle, or vice versa, I didn't like that. And so I changed the YouTube, not really thinking it through, because then I had to change my business cards. I had to change information on the website because it all had Dion Lorah's makeup, and I didn't think about that. I'm like, damn. Thankfully, at that time, I like that. Vistaprint was having a sale, and so that I was glad about. So like the universe be setting me up for success. Like, I don't know, I didn't think it through that much, but the universe knew she gonna need this. I follow my lip line and my lips are not symmetrical. So I'm overlining over here to make it match that. I love this look. And I know some of y'all do too. Especially if you don't like those bold, dark looks that I do. And dare I say, this would be a look that I would wear lashes with. Because the eyeshadow is so light, you will see the false lashes the same way as now you see my lashes just from the mascara. So light looks do serve many purposes. So y'all, this is it. This is the look. This is what we got. I'm loving the whole face situation. Part of me is still like, throw this away. I'm gonna use it one more again on my lower lash line. This is the look. I really like it. I love everything. Is just subtle. And y'all know I don't do a lot of subtle. I could taste this lipstick. But everything is just working. Everything is working. I do think this was a good choice for a lip. It just adds like just the right amount of color. This is just very, yeah. So we're gonna go, make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Do click join to see the memberships, and hopefully they will appeal to you and you will join. Remember, there's a lot of information down below. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way, and you will see me soon.